great people.
Good morning, great people. Great people. Trying to get me a stream, man. Before the day get away from us. But if you here, go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button. Turn on the post notifications. If you want to hype the video, you can hype the video too. Oh man, so good. We just gotta change a few settings real quick. Looks and sound like we're good to go. Let's go find us some videos to react to. Joe Johnson. Blowing up, I tell you that. Should we go to heads first? Yeah. So let's see what's in recently uploaded. Just got 2 people killed. Jeez. She wore a cop top to work, or a crop top. I can't stand my kids. In one day, 214 is crazy. Let's react to her stand up.
What would you tell a man who can scroll for hours but can't work for 10 minutes and hates himself for it every night?
I'd tell him his brain is...
Please welcome. So you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You know if y'all ever watched her before. No.
Los Angeles!
Detroit!
Thank you! Yeah, thank you for coming out. Welcome to my 7th hour special.
7 or 7 hour? I think she's talking about 7 though.
It's incredible. Make some noise if you have been to one of my shows before. Anybody here been to one of my shows?
Make some noise in the comments, because I haven't been. This is my first time seeing her. So comment below if she's funny or not before I even start watching it.
Thank you so much for coming back. That's incredible. Anybody here your first time? First time?
First time. Put your hands up in the chat if you're first time.
Thank you for coming out. Listen, whether it's your first time or your 5th time at my show, I'm going to treat y'all just like I treat my family. I really will.
Like shit. I don't know if that's what she's going to say, but it seemed like it.
I'm going to start a group text with you in it. I'm going to start a second one without you.
How many of y'all got group chats out there with some of y'all family in it and some of y'all not in it? That's crazy.
then I'm gonna talk about you in the wrong group text.
You know, older people do that.
You ever do that? Send a text about somebody, but you forget they're in that text?
Hey, that's why you can't be talking crap about people. Let me know if y'all ever did that before. Comment below.
Sent a text to my mom, my sister about my brother. I'm like, ugh, he's so annoying. Then my brother responds, who's annoying? Dad? We had a family reunion recently. Anybody here do family reunions? Yeah?
No, do y'all do family reunions? Because I haven't done one in so long.
Huh? But is it like an actual organized reunion? I know some people consider running into their family at a funeral a reunion.
Listen, that's like that's the family reunions. Funerals, that's where everybody meet up nowadays and act like they like each other.
If the last time you saw your family, you were all wearing black, that's not a reunion, that's a reduction. I'm talking about an organized reunion where you wear matching t-shirts and everything. We do it, we do the matching t-shirts and we do it big.
How do y'all like what y'all think about the matching t-shirts? Do y'all like them when families do it, or what y'all think?
When I tell you how big we do it, you're gonna...
I'm not a huge fan of it. I haven't been to too many family reunions, unfortunately. I only been to like one. That's how you can see how my family
I think
is.
I'm lying. My grandma was a sibling of 25. Mexican. This is how we got to 25. My great-grandparents had 11 kids. Then my great-grandmother passed away. I think from having 11 kids.
11 kids is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even get past 2. You talking about 11? Put below how many kids you guys got.
Then my great-grandfather was like, well, my part still works though. So he got remarried, had some more kids, and in total he had 25.
25, bro. How can you even, like, the level of stress with 25 kids gotta be crazy.
So there's the original batch of kids and there's the remix batch of kids.
And I'm wondering what age did he start back having kids at?
They all had some kids and their kids had some kids. Next thing you know, our family reunion's about 500 deep. Birth control, Smurf control. We out here winning.
We out here big and crazy. Like, man, that's cray. She said birth control, though.
Hey.
Who care about that?
If you've never been to a family reunion before, this is what you can expect. You play games, you eat good food, you see that one cousin you almost swiped right on.
Man, I guess that's the perk of going to family reunions, so you don't do that. But, nowadays family reunions is funerals, unfortunately.
Yeah. When your family's this big, your dating pool gets smaller. I had 2 cousins.
Especially when you're dating, around, like, with your people.
Match on an app. They didn't know they were cousins. They match, they start talking, they're vibing, they have a lot in common. Shocker.
Clearly, y'all related.
They start coordinating. They're like, yeah, let's go grab a drink. Woo, woo, woo. She starts looking through all his photos. She sees that he posted a picture wearing our family reunion t-shirt.
Luckily, he went to the family reunion so she can know.
See, that's why you gotta do your research.
Do your research.
Otherwise, you end up with a baby with 6 toes.
Or an extra ear or something.
You don't know why. That's why. Another thing that happens at family reunions is you watch your elders get older and eventually pass on.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. What all happens at you guys' family reunions that she didn't mention? Comment below. Let me know.
They lived a great life. Now they're passing the baton to the next generation. The change of the guard happens. Like, for instance...
And that's where it breaks at, right there.
If
they don't get passed to the right person.
Thea Mary, she was my great aunt, my grandma's sister. She lived to be 102 years old. Yeah.
Comment below if y'all know some people that live to be 102. That's crazy.
Yeah, give it up for her, 102. She can't hear you. Tia Mary
Not at all.
was the Tia that anytime we would call her to check in and be like, "Hi, Tia Mary, how you doing?" She'd go, "Oh, still kicking, but not that high."
She was the realest, like, that you know the truth.
She'd always ask me about my tour dates and where I was going to next. And no matter what city I told her I was going to, she'd always respond the same way. "With the weather the way it is."
Hey, listen, everybody can relate to a weather. A weather type of question.
Bless her. Tia Mary was one of the original Rosie the Riveters for our country during World War II. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Hopefully she explains it. I don't know what Rosie the Riveter is.
Then after the war, she went on to work in the factories at Levi Strauss making denim. She worked her way up from the factory to a manager's position, and she did all of that on a 3rd grade education.
Look at that. And they talking about you
takes 9.
You need the type of education that you need. They just want you to spend more money. And they want you to get this education and not even they gotta replace you.
I come from an incredible family. I'm honored to be a part of this family. And my Tia Mary was the last of the original elders to pass on. So this was our first reunion
Tia Mary.
without any of the original elders there. So
that had to be tough.
here I am at my reunion looking around at my family like, wow, I am watching the change of the guard happen. Like, here goes my one Theo who used to be running around with us kids playing all the games, and now he's walking real slow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then there goes my one cool
I've never seen that. I'll tell you that.
Thea, she's the one who used to go out to the bars with all the young ones after. You know how everybody has that one wild Thea that's just down?
No, but yeah.
Well, now she's in a wheelchair. So if that
Yeah, all that bar hopping. Bar hopping.
bar don't have a ramp, she ain't going.
She's gonna try. If y'all gonna push her in there.
So here I am at my reunion looking around at my family like, wow, I am watching the change of the guard happen right before my eyes. And right in that moment, I feel this little tap behind me and I hear this little voice say, "Excuse me, Tia?"
Thea. It's talking about you next, bro. You are next.
Oh no, the Tias are over there. You're so cute.
For sure kicking them like, bruh, don't be rushing me.
I realize I'm not just watching the change of the guard happen, I am a part of it. I am now the Tia.
You talking about you skip yourself in there. You trying to at least.
And it's not even that I'm just now the Tia. It's like, girl, you're in your 40s. You've been the Tia.
You've been there for a little while now, bruh.
What do you mean just now? You see that eyelid, how it used to be up here, but now it's low like that? Girl, that's a Tia eyelid. What do you mean? I've been fighting my transition into my Tia era.
I don't trying to fight it the hardest you can.
Know how to do it.
But you don't look older though.
Do I have to start wearing powdery perfume now? Is there anybody else here in your Tia or Theo era? Anybody here? Yeah?
Anybody in the chat? Comment below. Let us know. Let me know.
If you're not sure, smell yourself. Do you smell powdery or spicy? Man, are you wearing Drakkar?
I don't know what that is.
And you are a Theo. And this
Theo.
is not just for Latinos. You could be white, black, Asian, whatever. This just means you're in your auntie and uncle era. It means you're too old to be young.
Man.
But you're too young to be old.
Right there. Hey, listen, right there.
Yeah. You're just here. I'm fighting my transition. Although I will say this.
Trying to pause time as much as we can.
There is one thing I have been looking forward to. I have been waiting a long time to start calling people mija and mijo. Latino culture, that's what we call the young ones. The young ones are mija and mijo. Well, I always thought I was too young to say it. You know, like I'm not gonna call you mija, I'm mija. But here I am in my tia era. I gotta own it now.
Own it.
So I was at my reunion. I was like, all right, well, let me get some practice. So I just picked some little cousin running by, and I was like, hey, mijo. Come here real quick. Come here. You need to be careful.
I'm gonna try it out.
Careful when you're running. Because you could fall down, you could hurt yourself. Or God
Talking about giving that advice. That's the okay. Era when you're giving advice.
forbid you run into one of your tias or tios. Like if you run into me right here like this, and I go down like that and like that.
You gonna take me out the game.
Mijo, I can't get up like I used to. I liked it. But here's the real tia test. If you can mija and mijo one of the older kids, you know what I mean? Like one of the 20-something-year-olds. I was like, all right, let me see if I can pull it off. So I picked one of the older cousins, and I was like, so mija, what are you studying in school? Part of me wanted her to respond with, why are you calling me mija? Just so I could be like, I knew I was too young to say it. You see it too, right? I'm too young.
Oh yeah, right there. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let's find some more. All right, what else is on our bucket for today? Watching Fresh Prince. 14 hours. That's not bad for 14 hours. Let's go ahead and watch it.
I know I'm not alone in this. I think I'm just the one willing to say it. But as a 35-year-old woman, I'm like pretty much over my strong, independent, boss-ass, badass bitch era.
Well, you should, you never gotta be that. I feel like that's when people try to be over independent, and you don't need to be. You can help, it's cool.
Like, I would love for someone to just sweep me off my feet and say, quit your job, here's my credit card, here's the keys to a brand new car, I'm just taking care of everything. Like, I need dependence on another human at this point in my life. Like,
well, she want more than help. She want everything, which is kind of crazy. And laughing about it too.
I'm really proud of myself.
But that's where it's a joke though.
Like, pat on the back, you did it for a long time, girl. But like,
she said, I'm tired. You've been watching too much social media, but I understand though.
I'm tired and I just want somebody else to take care of me. And if you judge me for this, like, move on. This is the internet. I can say whatever I want. I'm just...
Yep, that's right there. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. But that's her truth. She can do and say whatever she want to say. So that is truth, though.
saying what I have to think many other women are feeling. I'm just willing to say it because I have no shame at this point. So, yeah.
Unless the tech bro is your type, dating in the Bay Area is an absolute nightmare. Coming from Italy, I have a specific type that I prefer. It's like I
think that's the problem within itself though too. Like, you looking for, I know you can have somewhat of it, but you gotta look for something that really, matches you and that, like, not necessarily yet, that can kind of flow with you a little bit. You're trying to find something that don't even flow with you sometimes. Just because you're looking for this particular type, you don't even know if that type flows with you naturally.
really manly, very like stronger personalities. Whereas I feel like in the Bay Area, you find a lot more feminine men, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea. At the same time, I freaking love this place because it has, in my opinion, the best nature. It has everything that I love to do, all condensed in one spot. But at the same time, I just
You was going in the wrong spots.
can't find a man. Every single time that I find
You can. You just turning them down.
one that I'm actually attracted to and that could actually be my type, which is very rare. It happens like probably like once every 5 months. I give off this super desperate energy, obviously, because I just cannot find anything like it anywhere.
So basically,
You're not trying hard enough, to be honest, and you boxing it in before he even say, what he gonna say. But I feel like she boxing herself in. That's why you don't box yourself into something. You gotta have a openness to it, so you're not boxed into just one category.
taken from these conversations are women want to basically find a simp. They want to find a sucker. They're not.
I can agree. I can definitely agree to what he's saying. I don't necessarily think that's what she's looking for, but I definitely think it's some truth to kind of what he's saying.
Not leading with, oh, I love a person. I'm trying to figure out
Right there.
how I can be with them. Are we equally yoked? Are you spiritual? Any of that.
Right there. They want a certain type of, a certain type of stuff. They don't want the stuff that can keep you together.
That type of stuff. All of these preferences go out of the window as they get older. And now they just want somebody to pick up the pieces where somebody left off, because she's from Italy, the other girl's from America. I just got back from Brazil. They're all the same all across the board. Now, some guys
Yeah, that's why you got to value the ones when they ain't like that, because
will be willing to pay depending on whatever it is the cost is. And that's why you see the proliferation of past.
the thing is, though, too, they willing to pay because they don't want to have to do the other stuff. So that's why you got to be aware of the people that's willing to pay like that, because they not trying to do nothing else. They just trying to pay and not deal with all the commitment, all the other stuff. They just want to pay and get that out the way. They ain't trying to pay and stay with you.
Passport bros. And so they just get in the cheaper box elsewhere. But the reality is that all of them are looking to be taken care of, and it's nothing wrong with that. But when you lead with that, it's like a guy that leads with his money.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that again. It's like a man that leads with his money. When you lead with the idea that you just don't want to do anything, you're waiting for a man to take your, give you a credit card, give you a free car or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna go nowhere. It ain't gonna go nowhere really, because
first of all, this goes against the very idea of what feminism was supposed to represent, right? Feminism allowed for you guys, and I'm pretty sure that some of you were not necessarily for it. However, you got to take responsibility for the things that the women did before you, because y'all wanted equal, but you didn't want equity, right? Equity meaning that you wanted equal results, because the results come on both sides. In order to get to this space, you also have to be willing to put in the work. I'm willing to work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and I don't have any problems, no complaints, no none of that, because I know that I get whatever it is that I deserve. And so not only am I going to get the results, but I also get the spoils of everything, right?
on the flip
side of that is I have to sacrifice 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
which is a crazy sacrifice, to be honest. Like, that's like, a lot of people can't even deal with that, and they not even gonna be able to deal with you dealing with that a lot of times.
In order to get that, right? And so I'm willing to work and grind, and I'm not gonna complain about it. But what women didn't realize was that they are basically benefiting off of the backs of men that came before them to civilize the world and allowed for them to be able to do the things that they want to do. Even when it comes to socialism, right? Socialism is on the backs of capitalism, and that's why they want to tax everybody to death, although they don't want to necessarily do anything. You stifle innovation, all of that, right? But whole nother conversation. My point is that
That's definitely a whole nother conversation, but that's very interesting, though. I'm not gonna lie.
as they get older and they realize, you know what? This was a finesse. I was set up to fail. Nobody told me that this was the way that we wanted it. To be honest with you, I don't even think that that's what they want, right? Women, in most instances, not all, there's some really
People don't know what they want. They just want sometimes, which your eyes see something. You could be, your stomach could be full. You could be hungry, but not know what you want. Ask for too much to eat sometimes. Like that's why you don't really. Example, you don't go shopping when you're hungry because you're gonna buy too much. And I think this is kind of an example of that.
great people out there and some really great women and some really great guys. But a lot of women, they want the opposite of whatever it is that they're in. So you'll see women that say staying at home as a mother is a scam, and a man taking everything, he takes your financial freedom and he's gonna just divvy you an allowance and you're not gonna have to do anything, but you want your freedom. And then you're gonna have another group of women on the other side that say, oh my God, I'm so tired of grinding and hustling and having to depend on myself. I need a man to take care of me. And so there is no balance.
There ain't no win.
There is no true balance. The true
And that's really where where it is. It's about finding balance. It ain't about finding, oh, I want this type of person or that type of person. Find a person that's gonna balance you out right.
balance in life
Y'all can balance each other out.
is that most people look for some form of companionship in whatever form that looks like, right? The flip side of that, though, is that everything comes with a sacrifice. So in order to get that companionship, you're going to have to give and take a little bit. But you still have to add value. The people that we're seeing in a lot of these instances don't want to add any value whatsoever. And that's what makes it so disproportionately in favor of, them and at the behest of the man that they're trying to get with. And I feel sorry for these women that's tricking these guys, that's going into these relationships when their true intentions is basically to finesse, and that's when they start to get with guys that just got.
Yep, and that's why it don't work. And they finesse, and then you only can finesse so many times.
Money and they don't have any character, nothing else that goes along with it.
Not even me, because that's not how I was raised to be. In Italy, I never had to beg for attention. I never had to chase anybody.
That's the point.
Welcome
Italy,
to
they chase
America.
you. They chase women.
Welcome.
They make them understand how much they want them.
Yeah, because they are chasing you. You just turning them down because you box yourself in.
Should have
Here they
married in
don't.
Italy. Should have stayed there.
Here they want to be chased. And if you find a good one, you have a bunch of competition because there is a lot of women, very pretty women, in the Bay Area. A lot of odd men with no social skills. What do we do?
Breaking news. I am now accepting applications for a man because what do you mean?
The definition of it keep changing. They keep changing, the definition of it. They keep changing the rules of it.
It's 10 p.m. at night and I'm outside trying to put air in my tires. What are we talking about right now? What is this? The machine shut off on me and I can't turn it back on. I don't know how to get it started again.
And that's crazy because I would never allow for any woman that's in my life, not my daughter, not my girl, not my mom, not my girl's mom. I would never allow for them to be out at night with headphones on, with a phone on, recording, trying to put air in their tires and trying to figure it
That's a very dangerous situation.
out. Feminism really did trick y'all. They played a mind F on you guys.
I lost the little cap for my tires. The air is just coming out of my tires, and at this point, I'm just gonna buy all brand new tires because this is absurd. I don't want to do this anymore, so I'm gonna get back in my car, and I'm gonna just pretend that everything's gonna be okay because I don't want to do this. I want to be a little lady.
Feel so masculine these days because the compliments of me being so resilient and so hardworking, it's like, again, I don't want to do that. I sit down, be soft, have my little business. Cute, that's cute. But 9 to 5, doing this, doing that, like, that's too much.
Unfortunately, I'm doing that either way. On either side of it.
Too much. I just want to be soft. Like, I want a man to just take care of me. And it's like, this is what I have to do. Like, so it's like, I don't think that's a cute, like, I don't like that compliments, actually. And it's so funny because I keep getting
You chose that.
it more and more these days. Fall back on my husband and be like, yes, please, baby. And then he'd be like, yes.
No, you don't. You're not going to do that. You're saying you are, but you're not.
No problem. That's what I want.
Because y'all already found each other. They out there. They asking for you too, but you choose not to.
I want that. Like, I don't understand.
I don't think it's unfair for women to want it. It's truly in their nature. It's the fact that society and, you know, the culture has taught them differently. And now they have to pay for that because a lot of guys is waking up and saying, nope, we don't want to be bothered with that because y'all too much out there already. And so, again.
Right there. Right there. You want something? You're hungry, but eating too much. And then didn't even know.
It's cool. Like, the true nature of women is to nurture and not to be out here suffering. And the true nature of men is to protect and not out here trying to be like women, right? But we've lost the plot.
People are seeing that and just be like, she got it. I don't want to have it, though. Don't want to have it. That's what they're not understanding. I learn be soft, love on my man. I don't want to be the one being the man. I don't want that.
At this point, I got beef with my mom because why did she...
Y'all won't even allow yourself to be in that position, you know? And that's just me assuming, though, too. Because some of them maybe, but you know, it's a give and take.
Give me this mindset.
And you got to be willing to do the give and take and willing to do the work to get the give and take.
Of like, don't depend on a man, make your own money, which I love that. Don't get me wrong. But it's also annoying because
it's about a partnership.
Sometimes I just want to depend on my man. Like, I don't want to work. I want to be a stay-at-home girlfriend. And I love that for the people that are. I truly do. But like, personally, I just don't think I could do it because my mom instilled that mindset to me. So now I'm always like, well, what if I do depend on my man and then 5-6 years down the road something happens, not even like with our relationship, but like to him, and then he can't work, and then I'm trying to get back into the job force and it's like you have a gap of 6 years and no one wants to hire you. So it's really annoying because I want to be a stay-at-home girlfriend so bad,
Girlfriend, not a wife.
but I was just not programmed that way. I was programmed to work. You make sacrifices. You do what you got to do. You make your money, and you make that money. Because guess what? If you ever want to leave, you ain't depending on nobody.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got beef with my mom because...
See what I'm saying?
Right
I just want to be a soft...
Right there.
girly. That's all I want. And here I am not doing that, so...
But this is definitely one of them crazy debates. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this. All right, what is next? What we got next? This. You talking about plus 40 cents? Alright, what's something I recently uploaded? I think this is his main page. Is that him? Or is that not him? Is that two different people? I can't tell. I think that is two different people. Broad daylight, home. Yeah, I think that is two different people. This will go live on YouTube. Drake DM me saying is the new rollout. Should be coming out soon. Sitting equals trash. You won't believe what I paid this or. Am I? Oh, I'm recently uploaded. Getting it done. Prepare for all options. Getting it done. Some acres with Bigfoot. Number 23 guitars. Trembling. That's all of them I recently uploaded? That's crazy. That's crazy that that's. Let's better with lashes, and they be having some stuff we could talk about sometimes.
As mature women, we want to
when did this come out? I like new stuff. May 6th. What's the newest one that came out? 74. What's came out today? Description 11 hours ago.
Thing that a woman can do for her man.
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let's see what tonight conversation short talking about.
To make him feel strong, safe in a relationship. I think that.
What is something I want to answer that question before they get their answers? Not sure. I don't. Honestly, I don't think somebody really can make you feel safe. You really got to kind of make yourself feel safe a little bit. I would say just, being there and listening.
One of the most important things that you can do to help your man feel strong is let him know that it's okay for him to be weak sometimes.
I disagree. And I don't know. I ain't gonna say you let him know that, That's a technicality. I guess that's a way of a woman kind of saying that. I was, weak and losing. It's okay. Everybody lose, so I can agree somewhat.
I think that
Let me know if y'all agree with that.
Macho man persona that men put on, that I always have to be the head of everything. I always have to be the leader. I always have to be stern. That makes men feel.
That I do agree with her more. Now that I listen to it more, I do agree with that.
Feel like, yeah, I'm.
Because That is how a lot of us feel. You know, that we gotta do this, and if we don't, it's like or else. And I do understand that.
Strong, but the strength comes in knowing that he can cry with you. The
crying part, I don't know, but I guess because I'm not a big crier, so.
strength comes in knowing that he could tell you childhood things and you ain't gonna throw it back in his face.
Well, you know, I feel like you always got to worry about that. I ain't gonna say always, but you know, that's a technicality. Anytime you tell somebody something, I feel like it's a chance that they can throw it back in your face in some type of way, maybe. I don't know. But that would be true. That they can know that they can do this and it not come back in no type of way.
Strength comes with knowing that he could come to you with all of his fears and all of his insecurities and vulnerabilities, and you're not going to use that against him. I think that
is a very strong woman that can do that, to be honest. Very strong person that can do that. I don't think a lot of people can do that, and the next person don't take advantage of it.
Find their strength and their weaknesses sometimes, and it's as women.
She talking that talk. I ain't gonna lie. She talking that talk.
Women, we have to be very mindful not to weaponize their weaknesses against them.
Yep, that's why we don't tell them. Well, that's why, especially I don't tell nobody because I don't know, bro.
And that goes back to what you were saying about how can you make a man feel safe. Making a man feel safe has to do with keeping his secrets. Because we run our mouths sometimes to our girlfriends, and the next thing you know, your group chat knows everything that's going on with you and your man that he done told you in confidence. You had to post this thread, and then he get on the timeline and see a situation that he came and told you that he thought it was going to be between you and him.
Yeah, I can agree with her. She knows what she's talking about. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is, you gotta answer that question. This is true. Like, now that it's all kind of developing, it's a lot of truth to it.
You can make your man feel safe by when he is coming to you being weak, you keep that between the both of y'all.
Thank you. Start getting into the place to where we can show gratitude to our men. They need that. They need to be affirmed and encouraged, because no matter what it is, I don't care what no one says, it is really hard for men, just as it is for women, in that world. It is, because on their mind it's constant, especially on social media, because they're hearing all the time, have they not good enough? Every man is in the same space, like it's generalized. You ain't good, all of y'all cheat, y'all not leading, y'all not doing that. And when you keep
and you know, at the end of the day, it should be a partnership.
On hearing those same messages that beat you up, sometimes you can feel discouraged. And so when I come home to my woman, I want to be encouraged. I want to feel like the strongest man in this world. But a lot of women have adopted this mind of as he should. He should do that because I'm a woman. Say thank you.
Man, ain't nobody got to do nothing at all.
As you should. Say thank you to this man, because a lot of men really are putting their lives on the line. A lot of men are still trying to navigate this world just like we trying to navigate this world too. But the last thing I need, because I know that I'm supposed to be provisional, I'm supposed to protect you, our children, I'm supposed to provide in this house, I'm supposed to lead, I'm supposed to be able to listen to you when I make mistakes.
You talking that talk, I ain't gonna lie.
Sometimes to my woman, I ain't gonna get her, I'm sorry if you made the mistake, and then I end up having to apologize for the mistake that you made.
Man.
Like, sometimes we don't give the men the thank yous that they need. And we have to understand that it is our position as women, as well as men, but for sure as women, to give you the safety spiritually, emotionally, and mentally.
That was a good one. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good one. How they feeling in the comments about it? Answering this question, I would like to hear a man point of view. Was thinking the same thing. They would have said something. Obviously, they felt like they did. I will say that. No, honestly, I feel like it was a question It was a woman question. Mm-mm. Yeah, I definitely think it was a woman question. Because they know. Definitely is. Yeah, it's just a clip. Mm-hmm. No, not at all. I was about to say that. It's a clip, so you don't know who spoke first. You gotta go to their app to stream the full episode. All right, let's see what's next. I'm a 7 still. Is he happy?
What happened between these two will leave you speechless.
Yeah, kids don't make you shit. Yeah.
Do you have kids?
I have 4 kids. Yep, and I love them. Like that's my kids.
Yeah, like shit. Y'all 30, 40, you know. Some people, 4 kids, not a lot when you that age. For me, you know, but it's not. At the end of the
I
day.
have twins, so it doesn't sound as bad when you say 4. You have twins, and I have 2 smaller children, 9-year-old and 1-year-old.
Okay. What are the other 2 ages of your twins?
15.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, geez.
How about yourself?
The 1-year-old is the real issue. I will say that, because 1-year-old, that person is y'all just. But at the same time, you could have just been messing around and just something. But that's a technicality. I will say that. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you have any kids?
I have one. I have a 6-year-old son.
6-year? Okay.
Yeah.
Please scoot that way for me. Have you joined us up here? Come on up. All right, y'all. Any final questions between the two of you before we determine if
I wonder how their recap was.
this is a match?
I have a question just to see where your mindset is. What's a flaw of yours that you're actively working on right now to improve? Whether it's like a bad habit, a trait, something you want to stop doing. What's something that you're working on?
I'm trying not to be as selfish as before. Like a lot of times I find myself being selfish. It's about me, what I want. If you're
that's a tough thing to do.
Along for the ride, then you just along for the ride. So I'm trying to get into the mind state of like.
Well, you got to be selfish sometimes though. But it is a time where you do, kind of take some of that selfishness away. In certain situations, if you're single, shit, you need to be selfish. But in some, you don't. Like.
Me check on my woman. You need anything? You good? How have you been? How was your day? A lot of times it's just been, a lot of stuck up. I'm gonna do for me, and then if you're with it, you're with it. If not, you're not. But I'm trying to get out of that selfish stage. So that's what I would say is the biggest one right now.
Yeah. So would you say you're willing to make space for someone right now? Like now you're at a place where that's something you want to do?
Absolutely, I'm willing to make a space, but it can't just be any space. Like it's give and take. Everybody's always talking about, oh, it's 50-50. It's actually 100-100 in a relationship. You giving your all and me giving my all, and then meeting in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's true. He's talking the talk. You gotta watch people that's talking to talk like that though, for sure. The 1-year-old is a real, like, I don't know.
If you don't feel like that's you, I'd rather you, you know, pop on me now. So
that's how they get you right there. That's how they get you.
You don't have to cry later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't want to be that guy anymore.
As long as you're willing to give someone the space to show up for you, that's what matters.
So I'm gonna ask my final question now then. Is it a yes for you for him?
It's a yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
No, because I feel like, and respectfully, I feel like digging for something. Like, I feel like we should figure out as we go. And I feel like with all these questions you keep asking me, it's kind of like you're looking for something. So I apologize.
What happened between these two will leave
That was crazy. That was crazy.
you speechless.
Do you have kids?
She was asking shit. She just wanted to know more questions. That was crazy. All right, let's I think I want to go Joe Johnson. But my keyboard is wherever it's at. I wish it would pop up, honestly. Oh, we could Gary Owen. Should we start over from the beginning on his last stand-up? Yeah, we can start from the beginning.
Thank you. Okay, relax. Yeah, that was a good ovation. Thank you for that. It's probably what Diddy's gonna feel like when he gets out of jail.
Bro, that one right there. He definitely pushed it. He definitely be pushing it to the limit sometimes with that one.
Been a wild year with that dude.
It was definitely a wild year with Diddy. And he's still locked up for it too. Wild years, and they caught up with him.
I watched that 4-part documentary on Netflix. That was pretty entertaining. And then I was watching the trial.
I didn't watch that, but which is crazy because it's like you set yourself up for something else. You was recording it. You were thinking you was about to be free.
Last year.
Which he is in some ways.
When it was all said and done, after everything came out, the only thing I got out of everything was my sex life ain't shit. I'm a damn Disney movie next to Sean. Some of the stuff I was shocked at that came out, though, like the fact that he was picking up male escorts off Craigslist. If anybody I would have thought would have had somebody he could have called.
You talking about, bro, you regular like the rest of us. But I'm not saying that I do that.
It was Sean, but nah, he's just like us. Just scrolling through his phone.
You like that?
What you think of him? They call him the Punisher.
It's retarded, bro. He is retarded, bro. Look at his face, too, dog. He's into it.
He got good reviews.
Talking about he got good reviews, bro.
Then the fact that he was having 72-hour freak-offs, I thought he was busy. He had a lot of free time. And who wants to fuck somebody for 70?
See a boss, but right there, who wants
2 hours?
You ain't tired?
Girl's in my hotel room on Friday, and she's still there on Monday. We got a problem. Go home.
Listen, go home for sure. Like, why are you still here?
Do something with your life. I think the stars of that documentary and the stars of the trial was the male escorts. I believe everything they said. I don't think they were exaggerating.
Well, everybody exaggerating lies, so I don't necessarily believe that. I didn't watch it, though, so I don't know.
You know, because some of the stuff they said was kind of mind-blowing, though. Like, one male escort was on the stand and said during one of the freak-offs, he looked over, Diddy was naked, and Diddy's penis looked like a Tootsie Roll. Oh.
Bro, that had to be rough. Talking about a Tootsie Roll. I mean, that ain't what you want it to look like.
That is not the candy you want your penis to look like. Have you ever seen a Tootsie Roll? They're kind of little. And even the long ones, they got no girth to them. And listen, Tootsie
Dog.
Rolls gotta be one of the worst candies on the planet. I've never heard nobody say, damn, that was a good-ass Tootsie Roll, I just say.
And let me know if you ever heard that before. No, you never heard nobody say that was a good Tootsie Roll.
Listen, if your kids go trick-or-treating on Halloween and they come back with a bag full of Tootsie Rolls, they're gonna be like, fuck this neighborhood, Mom!
I wanna go somewhere else. Like, oh, I'm tired. This is not right.
So just try to remember that. Next time you're at CVS, you're walking in the candy aisle, you look over, you see that bag of Tootsie Rolls. Just know that's basically a
bag of Diddy. He petty for this. I ain't gonna say it. He gonna
bag of Diddy dicks. Look at all them Diddy dicks next to that sugar-free Lily's candy that nobody buys. Haha, facts.
You talking about facts?
I think every entertainer over the last year or so has been asked that question. We've all been asked, have we been to a Diddy party? Anybody been to the after-hour Diddy parties? And I've been asked, and no. I've never been to any of the after-hour Diddy parties. I've been to a couple of the nightclubs when Diddy had parties. You know, got invited
I've been to a couple of nightclubs.
a couple times to those house parties, but my schedule didn't line up.
Look at him. He say, look at God.
Woo! Dodged the bullet! I think
somebody got drunk and you don't know what happened after that.
Closest I ever went to going to one of them after-hour Diddy parties was like right when I got to LA. So this is like 99 era, right? So I remember I went to a nightclub. I was with my buddies. When I walked in the nightclub, I started talking to this girl. And we talked all night. And then right before the club closed, my boys came over. And they was like, yo, Gary, we got to invite the Diddy's house from the...
No, that was the moment right there. You know what happened.
Club closed. Did you want to go? I was like, hell yeah, I want to go. I looked at the girl. I said, you want to go? She's like, no.
She done been there already. She was like, hell no. I was trying to chill with you.
She said, I just want to go with you. I was like, oh. So we didn't go.
Well, thank you for that.
So here we are, 26 and a half years later. It's crazy how that one night stand saved my asshole. Look at God.
Gary would have been in that. Gary would have been in there too.
And that was the one night stand men dream about, because I did not know the girl before that night. We had an amazing night. She was very attractive. Never spoke to her after that night. But when that Diddy shit came out, I went on a quest to find her. Took me about
he took a moment looking for her, bro.
3.5 months. I finally tracked her down on Facebook. She's married now with 3 kids. So I just sent her a very respectful message. I said, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I can honestly say you changed the entire trajectory of my life. You did more for me in that one night than you will ever know. Congratulations, you have a beautiful family. Thank you again, Gary.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is important.
What was going on? She just was like, hey. He like, I had to send that
Who
message.
the fuck are you?
You know who I am.
Damn, I ain't leave no impression. I thought I put it down that night. Yeah, she was faking it.
Faking it good.
But I'm glad I didn't go to the party that night, because I remember me at that age, man. You know, I didn't go to nightclubs and sit on the wall. I partied. I can't imagine if I'd have went to the Diddy party that night. Oh my God. Because I know me. I know me. I would have been in the middle of a goddamn party, 3:30 in the morning, sitting there in the middle of the goddamn house. We ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going. I've been having drinks and shit, going nowhere.
So, well, why is it getting slower? Why are we
can't.
slower?
I don't feel right.
Bad boy for life.
Hey. It's getting hot in here. We ain't go. Where are my friends? Nowhere. I'm gonna sit down. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stuck. This is bad boy for life. Woke up the next morning. Man, that was a wild night last night. Remember last night I was talking to that girl, and then went to Diddy's house, I had some drinks. I must have drank too much because I passed out. I was having a good time till
What is this? What is going on, bro?
What the fuck happened? What the fuck is this shit?
I'm talking about was finished, bro. Wouldn't have been able to do nothing. What your ass get? Shouldn't have been out there bad boying for life. You said it.
There's so much weird shit on YouTube and Netflix now as it is, you know? Like I
That's those strobes to get you killed sometimes. You don't know what's on the strobe.
was watching YouTube one day, and they were showing this family in West Virginia called the Whitakers.
The Whitakers? I didn't hear him before he said it, before he talked about it at least.
Heard of them? They're like an inbred family. Like, they've been inbred
brutal.
for like 100 years. Like, the same 8 people been fucking. Like,
Bro,
there's no more family tree. It's a stump.
Stop.
Branches are gone. And
They
they
ain't going off the mountain.
live so far in the hollers in the hills of West Virginia, the cops don't mess with them because they don't come down and the cops don't go up. One guy heard about them, and he wanted to go
How
record
they don't come down, though? They got everything up there that they need.
them. So he went up there to go see him, and the sheriff met him at the bottom of the hill and asked him, "What are you doing here?" He goes, "I heard the Whitakers live at the top of that hill. I'm going to go interview him." He goes, "Well, if you don't come back down, it was good meeting you."
Because I ain't coming up there to get you.
So then he drives up, and I don't know what you think an inbred house would look like, but that's what this looked like.
I don't think I'd have went up there. If sheriff telling me that, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Pulled up and sit on the front porch. The mom, the aunt, and the niece are sitting there. That's the same person, by the way. And then sitting next to her is the husband, the uncle, and the nephew. Again, it's one person. He got an eyeball here, an eyeball here. He ain't talking, he just smiling. And then
Bro, what is that?
and out the screen door comes busting out this dude named Ray. Ray don't talk, he just makes noises, but he's like the spokesperson for the family. He came busting through the screen door. Yeah.
Dumb, bro. Yeah.
He got a dog. The dog ain't barking. It's meowing. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. I go, what the fuck am I watching right now?
Come on, where did this come from?
It was so wild. I got a
I wonder how they felt about this. They probably didn't see it.
special needs cousin. She walked by my laptop and looked back. She was like, "Oh, that's fucked up." I go, I know.
Talking about I know.
Even like the Diddy thing on Netflix. Netflix got some weird programming too. Like I was watching this show called Monster, the Ed Gein story. I never knew this. I never knew that the movie Psycho and the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off the same dude. And you hear Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you think, oh, he got to be a wild boy. No, he's not.
No, that's how they get you, right there. That's how they be talking, too.
Talks just like this. That's all he does. I would never fuck my cousin in West Virginia. I would stay on top. Mother wouldn't like that if I fucked
He talking about I'd have killed them all. With the Chainsaw Massacre, what he talking about?
my cousin.
This whole area is funny. Like I picked DC to do the special because it just brings back a lot of old memories, man. like I was, yeah, because I lived here for a few years. I was in the Navy, but it was my first duty station. So my 18 to 21 years was in DC.
Oh, I thought he was.
And I remember the first time I went to a nightclub was in DC. I'll never forget it. I got here on a Monday, and then.
All right, we're gonna end right here because this joke is kind of. I seen it, but it's gonna be delayed. So we'll start back. Should we finish it?
We went to a nightclub on a Friday. I'd never been to a nightclub before.
No, because he ain't gonna be able to finish it. The rest of that joke like 3 minutes. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let's see what else we can watch. Let's see what else there is. Let's see. That takeover over Hood Prime. That's crazy. Top news, breaking news, April inflation rate surge. Yeah. What came down to the wire? That was a blowout though. Dave Chappelle on the importance of comedy and journalists. With AI. You want to see what's on my other page? Ain't nothing recently uploaded. This is awkward but true. Was she in it? So she signed her name and lost everything. Buying an apartment complex part 2. It's on 26. Watch Mojo cringe.
Flop content on YouTube and has slowly decreased in views over the years. Not that their content.
Thanks for tuning into the Adam.
Influencers are going broke. Time to get a job. Flight skyrocket. Yeah, no doubt. Terrorize airport after being detained, boarding. Your concrete God doesn't want to show you this. Exposed by blackmailer. Liberal. Please clap for me. He said, please clap for me. You can ask somebody to clap for you. You either got it or you don't got it. The rumors are true. What's this?
Produced and directed all these great movies as of lately,
Right.
like Get Out and
Right.
Us, but he never put Keegan, aka Key, in any of these movies.
You know, until this story came out, I started like kind of hearing a little bit about it. I didn't even realize that Jordan Peele was Peele from Key and Peele. I didn't
Since
even
they
realize
worked together for so long.
I heard
and
it.
when
I knew
Key
the
was
name,
asked
but-
about his relationship with Jordan Peele a couple of years ago in 2024, Keegan said that him and Jordan Peele don't really see each other as much or talk as much anymore. And I always thought, man, they seem really close when they work together.
Right.
And you would think if you guys have a dynamic or talk or
We can watch his. I watch
Oh,
his.
already teach him to customize and
talk
save with
about
Liberty
two
Mutual.
No. Math.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays because a city hotel is right for some, but not quite right for others.
much or talk as much anymore. And I always thought the horrific reason why
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Comment below. Let me know.
Key and Peele hate each other and would never work together again. Finally got.
I did not know this. What's the last thing I seen them in together? I don't know. I don't remember.
Revealed today.
I
and
heard this.
blew
I
my
heard
mind.
this was
I
crazy.
always
I don't
thought
even
it
know
was
what they
weird that
expect.
Jordan Peele wrote, produced, and directed all these great movies as of lately,
Right.
like Get Out and
Right.
Us, but he never put Keegan, aka Key, in any of these movies.
You know,
Especially
until this story came out, I started like kind of hearing a little bit about it. I didn't even realize that Jordan Peele was Peele from Key and Peele. I didn't
since
even
they
realize
worked
that.
together for so long.
I heard
and
it.
when
I knew
Key
the
was
name,
asked
but-
about his relationship with Jordan Peele a couple of years ago in 2024, Keegan said that him and Jordan Peele don't really see each other as much or talk as much anymore. And I always
I wonder why. We're gonna find out. I tell you that. I love the name Keanu.
thought, man,
But it happens though. You know, they had a TV show together, and it just happens.
they seem really close when they work together.
Right.
And you would think if you
Well, and I know the internet is true, so you never know.
guys have a dynamic duo in a history as dynamic as those two,
Hell
they
yeah.
would at least have some type of partnership in something that lasted a lifetime. But that was not the case.
Or it went the other way, which it seemed like, I'm guessing.
But today we finally got our answer as to why these two don't really work with each other anymore, nor do they talk. And the answer, to be honest, was right in front of us the entire time, because the answer was also...
What's the answer?
So the script to one of Jordan Peele's probably his most popular movie ever. And hopefully you guys will be able to figure out which movie gave us insight into why
Get Out.
Jordan...
Only movie I know is Keanu.
Peele and Key don't talk anymore. Key and Peele's entire business got revealed today through a stand-up show with a scriptwriter / comedian by the name of Akilah. So Akilah and Key was supposed to do some type of show together. And during the process of getting this show on the run and filming the pilot, she accidentally ran across the reason why Key and Peele don't talk as
How you accidentally do that?
much and would never work together again.
You know, I realized I liked making sketch comedy. I liked having the big production behind it. I was tired of being like a self-starter. I wanted to sell out. And I got the opportunity. A few of my friends who work for different television shows came to me and they said, do you want to make a sketch comedy show, your star vehicle, where, you know, it'll be you and you'll be writing about, you know, the media and misinformation, but like through the lens of sketch comedy. And I was like, yes, but I need someone to help usher me in. And so one of those friends said, hey, I've got a great person to give you this opportunity. He is, and I don't think this is too shady, I think it's true, the less successful half of a comedy duo that was prolific in the 2010s. Perhaps, you know, I think their code names could be Lock and Banana.
She's talking about Lock and Banana.
And Locke is gonna use his name to carry you to the forefront of pop culture. And so we came up with a pitch. We practiced it. It was like so good. I mean, like not only is there a keynote presentation, but there are videos. We get one of the people pitching with us to go on Pierce Morgan and force him to say the tagline from the show unwittingly. We are selling the
I'm still confused. Maybe I didn't watch enough of some stuff, but I don't know.
show all over town. And you know, we get a few offers, which is like a feeling that like is unlike any other, where you're like, we are wanted.
Everything is going perfect until Akilah gets notified of something. And this right here, for the ones who are smart and who are tapped in, this is where you figure out exactly.
I'm not tapped in either. I'm confused.
Which movie Jordan Peele wrote about Key, and which movie was essentially breaking down the current circumstance that Key is in and why him and Jordan Peele don't really communicate. So Akilah gets notified.
So he made a movie about...
Hey, Key's wife is the executive producer on y'all show with Key, even though she has no hand in anything. She's not producing. She has done nothing for the show, but she's the executive producer. Akilah was like, huh? She was confused, but she went along with it.
Right.
Little did she know that was the point where she should have put her foot down, because that mistake of just going along with it at that point ruined everything for her.
Like it's coming
I'm
together.
trying to figure out where this is going to go.
Me too, because I'm lost. I don't know where it's going.
During the pitch process.
If you watching, you probably already know. I don't know what the fuck they about to say. I don't know.
Locke
I'm completely confused with them. We're together, confused. Comment below if y'all know something, because they probably about to tell us though. So
his dream. He's asked to host SNL. And he does. And we have this agreement. We're like, and you're going to say the name of the show. You're just going to put it in there at the end when you're doing your thank yous at the end of SNL. And we should have known then that, like, he didn't say it. And it was, like, the only thing he had to say. But there were some things he said that were, like, weird. And thanking his wife, who becomes a weird main character in this whole story. And so...
There go some hints right there.
My agent.
I ain't tapped in enough to know, but I know I'm hearing what he just said. He helped us out a little bit.
At the time calls me and she goes, how is pitching going? How do people feel about Locke? And I'm like, oh my God, they love him. Everybody loves Locke. And she's like, that's great, that's great. How do they feel about his wife, who is now somehow the executive producer on my show? And I'm like, I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think people like her very much. And she's like, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm like, okay, so like, are you saying like we're not gonna be able to sell this? Or she's like, listen, people like you and they like Locke. It'll come together. And so I forgive this sort of moment. But that should have been the red flag where I said, hey, maybe we like pause this. We haven't sold it yet. We're all still free. Let's just recalibrate. Not me. I was like, no, because it's more important to have a celebrity attached. So we keep going. We get 2 offers. One, kind of mid. The other from a major studio that I won't name because I don't want to be sued. But you can imagine that their main character is Vermin, if you think about it. If he was in your house, you wouldn't like that. But if he was
So the main character is Vermin. If he was in your house, you wouldn't like that.
at a theme park, you might be excited to see him. So we signed the deal. We are locked in.
She gotta be talking about Comedy Central, though.
We are getting several figures. It's all gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You know the first person who gave her a call when this was announced, the first person who gave her a call to let her know, hey,
bro, I'm so scared.
You're getting yourself in something you don't know what's coming, bro. You should be very careful. The first person to give her a call is Jordan Peele's wife. Jordan Peele's wife gave her a call, and the first thing she said was, hey, you're working with Keenan, which is, well, it's Keegan, right? You're working with Keegan. Now, he's a really, really, really good dude. He's a really, really, really nice guy.
Right.
But his wife, who, by the way, is a white woman.
Oh.
Now, we're getting somewhere. He cooking up, chef.
That right there, color means nothing. But that right there, like, plays a part, especially when we're trying to figure out which movie Jordan Peele wrote about Key. His wife is white. And with that clue, a lot of you guys probably already figured out.
So Jordan Peele wrote Get Out based on Key and Peele's white wife. So that means she got some type of weird, freaky, magical spell shit on them, folks.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even seen Get Out to even know. He retarded, bro.
Okay, exactly why. But, hey, yo, that white woman will ruin your life. She is a absolute, she's horrific to work with. You want to be very careful around her. She will ruin everything. Her ego is this, and that.
Right.
So, again, I'll be real. If I got a call like that too, and I just signed like a 7-figure deal with Key, man, bro, get your hand ass from off the phone, bro. I would have to see it for
man. You don't know the nose.
For myself too. So don't blame the her. You called me talking trash about a dude who just got me 7 figures, man. Hop off my phone for I tell. That's how I would have reacted. So she, for the most part, ain't do nothing that I wouldn't have done.
Especially if I ain't seen it yet.
Now, it's also noted here, by the way, that Keegan.
Well, how do he know this though? That's the thing I'm wondering too.
Was already well accomplished. He was already wildly successful before meeting this wife of his. So this wife of his is not like, yo, she was somebody who held him down from day one, and who's the crucial part about why he. No, this is somebody he met after he was already wildly successful.
Right.
Which is why her implementing herself and inserting herself in a lot of his projects and ruining everything is kind of odd. But she had to find that out
like
for
how
herself.
she ended up being a producer
because she
of
couldn't
all
just
these
take the
shows
word
and
of a
shit.
random woman. that she don't really have that much rapport with.
She don't know her, so why would you take her, the words from her?
Right.
And so I'm celebrating one day. It's the Olympics that didn't happen in 2020. It's the weird 2021, and I love the Olympics. And so I'm waiting for a burrito to come to my door, and I get a phone call from, unknown, which is probably a bill collector, I think. But hey, I'm riding high. So I answer the call, and it is from Banana's wife. And Banana's wife says, hey, I just had dinner with Locke and his wife.
This is
They say
Key's
they're doing
wife.
a show with you. And I said, yeah. And I, again, don't know how she got my phone number. So this seems urgent.
Right.
And she says something that, chills go down my back. I never eat the burrito, spoiler alert. She says, I'm just calling you because I wish someone would have warned me. She does about an hour of a monologue at me about how,
Oh, that bitch crazy. She called you and said, I wish somebody would have warned me, and then went on to talk for an hour?
Well, no, I think she's shortening it up.
And I know Shorty on the phone like, well, these motherfuckers just gave me $1 million, so I'm gonna act like it's cool and shit, but bitch, can you shut the fuck up?
thinks that his wife is like Phil Hartman's wife. That she wouldn't trust her to hold a baby. That she once poured alcohol on her birthday cake and this person is sober.
What the fuck?
And the thing and she says there's no accounting for how much money she's cost that black man. And the light above the television burned out. This is a second red flag. I should take the hint.
Right.
And so we
But
just
that money, that end goal, you ignored everything because you only see the end goal.
keep writing on it. Finally, we're in pre-production. This is like May 2023. And I'm excited. We're doing like a last meeting about going through the sketches. We're all feeling good about it. And for once, the wife joins the call. First of all, she comes on and then yells at everybody.
Yeah, because I think they already had their show after this. That's why she was warning him.
Because she said she got the wrong Zoom, but everybody else was on the Zoom. Anyway, she's here to offer notes. Yeah, she has no credits without this man.
You ain't been here the whole time to offer notes. So why are you trying to offer them now?
Her notes are comedy happens in threes. The letter K is funny. And finally, give the audience some candy. Now, how do you implement these notes?
If you haven't figured out by now, man, Get Out was written about Key and his wife, a black man with a white woman who runs his entire life.
That's
now,
crazy,
fortunately
bro.
for Key, right, his life is a
really a
disaster
documentary.
according to people around him, and she's running his life
That's
to the ground.
crazy.
Now, proof of this like micromanagement by Key's wife is this
What the
Instagram post,
fuck?
right? So this is from April 24th. Like, this brand that Key's partnered with is like writing about their partnership, and I've never seen nothing like this before.
Mm-hmm. Took them all. Who came up with the hilarious concept for the partnership with?
So they go, had a wonderful time speaking with Keegan Michael Key about the creative genius of his part. What? Had a wonderful, so they're talking about the partnership, but they said had a wonderful time speaking with Keegan Michael Key about the creative
About his
genius
wife.
of his partner, the Ellie Key, who came up with this hilarious concept for the partnership with Orita.
That bitch ain't come up with nothing.
Hold on, bruh. You're talking to one of the greatest, like
comedy.
script writers, duos, of this modern era, and you're talking to him.
She said she had a couple ideas. She said she came up with something. She said something about it.
About his wife.
She's trying to get hers.
being a creative genius and not.
Right.
So
Don't
this
that
to me was
sound
all
weird
the
as
clue we
hell?
needed. That that everything this lady is saying is 100% true about that wife.
In a script that is a half hour long, has people attached, has a location, and we're all just like, sure, man, we'll add 3 Ks or something. I don't know. Like one time she bragged on one of our calls about knowing Kristen Cinema. So I said, what that have to say for herself? She did not like that. Well, she didn't like that nobody laughed or thought her ideas were good, so she threatens to sue the network. Now let me pause there because I brought a text. I brought something that was another red flag that I should have seen. This is from Dumois, an anonymous blind item that someone submitted. They said, since Locke was hosting SNL, I wanted to say, whenever I see him, I can only think of his wife. She has a bunch of food allergies. What the fuck? And she had an allergy attack about a eucalyptus plant by her table at Tribeca Grill. And then, in parentheses, on the celeb sighting list. Acting like she couldn't breathe. The plant was fake, and I showed it to her. Weirdo. She just said, oh, and acted totally normal.
Man. Crazy. You tell me I want to act like everything is good. Like, bro, you don't got to do all that.
Normal after that.
What? Oh, so this bitch
He
is
was
nuts.
very nice about it and apologized after. He left a good tip. Bizarre, though. Bizarre, though. And so she threatens to sue the company. She threatens to sue the vermin. And so for a month, we hear nothing. We're no longer in pre-production. We're waiting around. My dreams, the thing I quit my dream job for, thinking I was going to be ushered into the pop culture memory of the United States of America, is on hold. And they get back to us after a month.
That's why you still got to be cooking, no matter what. You got to be cooking. Don't even worry about that. Just cook up.
Then they say, hey, we paid them off the project, but you have to write a whole new pilot. And I'm like, at this point, well, fuck. Like, these are all our best ideas. And also, like, they're like, one day you can perform that for the internet, but, like, we own the TV rights to that. So we do what writers
That's crazy.
do. We come back together and we write a banger script. Because we know that if the vermin has nothing, they have IP. And we write a script that is filled with Muppets. We believe that we're gonna have something worth fighting for. And, you know, we know that the strike is coming. It's in all of the papers. We all know that, like, there is this entertainment breakdown on the way. But we have, like, a few more weeks to just shoot the fucking pilot. And right before it happens, you know, Bob Iger's come back, Bobby Gare, and he's got my dream in his hands. And he cancels every single show in production.
This is one example of how this lady just went out.
I'm scared, bro.
I'm flabbergasted.
Because, see, when I first watched, I know I'm like every other nigga in the world. I remember when Get Out first came out. I think I was like a senior in high school, like right after I graduated. It was sometime around there.
Make this not work. Went out of her way because she was, I guess, not exalted to the top of whatever like creative direction they was at. She found a way to absolutely dismantle and destroy this partnership and relationship with Disney, Keegan, and Akilah in their particular show. When you hear this, it's no surprise.
No, that's crazy. I'm gonna end right here. That's cray. But I'm not surprised though. Let's see if we got some more stuff, but I gotta pee. Well, let's see what's going on my other page. Hours is crazy. No, the way that they called that game is unacceptable. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, everyone. So Pistons coach J.B. Bickerstaff went off on the refs after game 4. So the series is now tied 2-2. We're going to react.
It's unacceptable. It is. We didn't do enough, obviously, to help ourselves, and I'll start there. But ever since we came to Cleveland, the whistle has changed. There's no way that one guy on their team shoots more free throws than our team. We're not a settle team. We're not a jump shooting team. We drive the ball, attack the paint.
So just to give some clarification on this, let's look at the Pistons stats here. So the Pistons took 12 free throws in this game. The Cavs took 34 free throws. 34 free throws to the 12 of the Pistons. Now, overall, the Pistons took 83 shots to 78 from the Cavs, but the Pistons only took...
Oh, that whistle was... Every time he came down there, he got fouled.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
All right, so they asked him, who do you think was...
He didn't give me racist vibes.
Yeah, because, well, racist people get quiet when come up.
Man.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up with it, bro?
You're friends with Aiden, right?
He said no blacks.
He said no blacks?
Yeah.
What the
Y'all just be want to say so bad, bruh. I wish y'all had a cool word.
Thanks.
Why the you...
See? I like his what's name, his intro piece. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. We gotta find out something.
Clavicular, or whatever your name is, your time has come.
Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to D Green with this, man. Hey.
Now, y'all know the guy that invented looks maxing, mog maxing, bro, whatever they be talking about, bro. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't even know what half of these things mean, bro. I know this guy be literally taking a hammer and, like,
No, for sure. Something.
Smashes his face? Weirdo!
My mom used to take these away when I was growing up because I was always bone smashing with a hammer.
Now, like I said, as a grown man, I've never took time out of my day to watch a clavicular stream, but obviously if you're online, you're gonna eventually see clips of this guy online, bro.
Why?
Now, apparently just a couple weeks ago, this guy Clav got terminated from YouTube, bro. You know, like all...
I didn't even know. That's crazy.
This guy's channels got terminated, bro. He said very sad news this morning. My YouTube channels, Live with Clav and Clav Looks Max, were terminated with no warning or explanation. Help! Now,
Yeah, YouTube be doing that, boy. They don't be caring. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know the reason that Clav got terminated, but it could have been because you live stream yourself literally ODing, bro.
Hey, Dios mío!
Y'all remember? I'm not gonna even risk showing...
Let's not, because it definitely happened.
The clip, his mans was like, oh, you want an Eddie? Buddy be on live stream injecting himself and others with random undisclosed drugs? I mean, there's multiple reasons why this guy could have been terminated, but...
He took himself out of the video, too. That's crazy. He just did clips.
Obviously, he's still streaming on Twitch or Kick or wherever he be streaming.
Yeah, I think he on Kick.
At. Now, let's really get into this video. Now, y'all know Ben the Don. You know, he's like the cool unk of streaming. Hey, man, I'm not gonna waste no time. And Ben and DDG are
I didn't even know this happened.
Suspecting that Clav might just be racist. Shocker, right? The guy that OD'd on live stream and posted it for thousands of his viewers to see.
And then you don't want to act like we cool or something.
He just might be racist, right? Now, like I said, I've seen clips of this guy Clav, and he just be casually dropping the N-word.
Thanks, nigga.
Hey, bro, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
Nah, gang.
They be cliff farming. They young, gang.
And he said this way, way too casually, bro.
I never rode the short bus, but I'm a dumb nigga.
Bro, I must have heard him wrong. Am I tripping, bro? Like, what is going on in this Matrix? Like, he said it so casually as in it's part of his normal vocabulary. Hey, man, let's see what Ben and DDG think, bro. Is this guy Clav really one of those?
Brought to you by the man D Green. Why would I sell my dog D Green? Shout out to D Green, eh?
Thank you.
I don't think he really racist.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
And I might get canceled for saying this.
Yeah, hold on, what you finna say?
So,
cause I don't want you to get canceled on my watch.
Sometimes niggas be on stream and they be acting gay.
Yeah.
Because the shit be going viral.
Yep.
What if
Yep.
he playing like he racist?
Yep.
For it to go viral.
He said, all right, so they asked him, who do you think was...
He didn't give me racist vibes.
Yeah, well, racist people get quiet when they come
Oh,
around.
okay.
But the thing is, they asked him who looked better between you and Marlon. He said, well, Marlon kind of got me, but he's black, so...
He said that?
Yeah, pull the clip up.
Marlon mocks all of you? Yeah, but he's black.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
Have you seen his parents? They're white.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think he's just really sad. Well, he does mock.
He mocks us to oblivion.
Oh shit! I'm like shaking my fucking leg.
He said, yeah, he's kind of got me beat, but he's black. It's like, it don't matter if he beat him at all. The bottom line is you're black, so you didn't win. So imagine that.
That's nuts.
I mean, yeah, he probably looks better than me, but he's black. Yeah, so he lost.
He's almost that don't count.
Come on. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's doing it for clout or not, but it doesn't matter what the reason is. Clav, you gotta be one of those, bro. That's like a girl sleeping with a whole bunch of men, and she says, oh, I'm just doing it for clout. I don't actually like these men. Okay, but you're still a hoe.
Yeah, good point there, but the internet is fake, so, you know, people do a lot of stuff for the internet. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Trying to get something out of it, so it doesn't matter if Clav is saying the N-word for clout. That still makes you one of those.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up with it, bro?
You're friends with Aiden, right?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Good to meet you, man.
Yes,
I'm Clav. How you doing?
I'm good, bro.
Oh, your name's Ben. Ben, right? All right. Nice to meet you, man.
What's up with you? He said no blacks.
He said no blacks? What the good with that?
Bro, I remember he linked up with Blueface, and he was even spamming the N-word with Blueface.
Yeah, it's just some stuff I can't just chill and be around and see him.
Now, Blueface. Now, the only reason I can think that Blueface is not swinging on Clav is because he's rapping to his own lyrics, bro. I don't know, Blueface. And we all know Blueface is one of those too, bro. Let's face it. Blueface looks like a Chipotle bag. Ever since he got with Krishan Rock, man, Blueface ain't never been the same.
Just like, I'm cool, I'm right, I'm good, right? No.
Man, respectfully, Blueface, you've been a weirdo ever since you started getting these extra face tats, bro. I'm just saying what everybody else is afraid to say. And now apparently, this guy Clavicular pops up in Ben Dedon's chat and said, my nigga Ben?
That's the one. So if you're new to co-producer, you could really type in anything that you want.
What up? My nigga Ben?
I know you fucking lying, Clav. Clav, I'm gonna tell you, Clav, I will put your ass in the headlock. Come in my chat, it's street niggas in here, all type of shit. Don't come in and talk about my nigga. Clav, I will fuck you up, nigga. Don't come and say, what's up, my boy? That's all you gotta do. What's up, my boy? You coming in here trying to be on that, and I'm gonna have them hitters come put you in the headlock. They ain't gonna hurt you or nothing. They just gonna put you in the headlock.
Sure.
Cause that's all. At this point, bro, it's like, come on, gang. Come on, gang. But yeah, Clad, what's up with you? Y'all just be wanting to say nigga so bad, bro. I wish y'all had a cool word. But it ain't cool, cause nigga don't get no damn. Run this shit back, man. Clav, you came here with the whole shit.
Y'all gotta remember, Ben is from Memphis, bro. That nigga be with Pooh Shiesty. Oh no! Like, that nigga Ben could actually make some shit happen, bro. Clav, learn how to pick your battles, bro. He is not one of those.
He ain't in a position where he gonna get touched. He hiding.
And oh wait, Clav must have realized that Ben is from Memphis. And he responds to him leaving this comment. He says, my Twitch is King Clavicular. Oh. So this guy that commented was not even Clab's real Twitch page. But still, notice how Ben responds. Because everybody knows this is something you would really say. Because you said it multiple times, and apparently nobody has checked you until now. Well, actually, I do think there was a clip where you got checked by some random, but...
My son black. He talking about black people, talking about my kids. That bitch ass nigga. Call me a nigga, hoe. On my mama.
All right, brother.
Call me a hoe,
say
nigga.
what you have to
You
say.
talking about my kids,
Go
nigga.
ahead, man.
When you say black people,
Go
bitch
ahead,
ass
man.
nigga, you scared now what's gonna get internet. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't think no one in the industry has checked you before. Clav says my Twitch is King Clavicular. Yeah, he could smell those Memphis demons from a mile away. And Ben the Don says, oh, chat told me after. I just assumed it was you. All good. Look, he assumed it was you because you have N-word tendencies. Now, I never ever claimed to be the top.
Yeah, he kind of trolled me on this video, actually. That's not the... But that was cool, though. Let's see how you troll. I'm gonna troll and get some views on that myself, too. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Comment below. I'm tired now. What is this? I was in DDG.
Bogus and don't want to have any that's like me that got money, got motion, and can afford certain. They got anything to say about AP dropping some affordable watches is weirdos and haters. How the f gonna get mad or got anything to say about these folks' company because they made something more affordable so our fans and listeners can relate to us just a little bit more. Everybody deserves to know what they feel like, bro. Pause. Bogus and don't want to have any that's like me that got money, got motion, and
would completely change I-75. The project would build 3 park caps over I-75 and reconnect neighborhoods that have been separated for decades. CBS News Detroit's Heath Kalb explains the excitement surrounding the future of downtown.
Well, this I-75 cap project is intended to reconnect communities that have historically been cut off because of the highway. But the Downtown Detroit Partnership tells me that they will have a range of benefits, including environmental benefits and added public space. What is now just a typical loud highway dividing downtown Detroit and the neighboring communities may soon look like this.
So the caps are large bridge structures that are built over I-75. 3 of them are currently proposed as part of the design.
In the works is a west cap, a central cap, and an east cap, or more generally put, a green area over the freeway that would create usable land and provide space for parks and plazas that will help connect the Cass and Brush Park neighborhoods to downtown, something that hasn't been possible since the construction of I-75.
And so this is an opportunity to really be able to start to stitch back those communities and provide safe crossings between the neighborhoods back into downtown, while also adding some phenomenal new public space to the downtown.
On Tuesday evening, the Downtown Detroit Park
All right. I want to end for now.